We have dealt with mind flayers, vampires, nagas, and revenants. But this next monster may be the vilest one yet. Aboleths. Beings of immense cunning and power, older than the gods. What do they entail? Imagine, if you will, a place so terrifying that just being there can transform you into grotesque monsters. Mentioning the want to travel there will be met with looks of insanity and repulsion. This is where the Aboleths originally come from, the Far Realm. Long before the gods even existed, these creatures ruled over their space with maddening authority and dominating any mortal being who dare cross their path. Truly godlike in power, at least before the true gods came into being. With their cunning, so crumbled the Aboleth Empire into ashes and dust, freeing those who survived the will of their masters, but for some the survival came at the cost of their sanity. Though defeated, the Aboleths never forget. The cunning of these creatures may surpass the gods themselves, passing on the ways of their kind, along with their own knowledge and experience, to the next generation. Not only do they never forget, but they recall with clarity unrivaled by most beings. This helps them plot their cunning plots with efficiency and kindled malice, which takes eons and eons to manifest, which matters not to these creatures, as they cannot be killed. Killing them mainly returns them to the elemental plane of water, where they still rule like gods. While you still might not encounter them in the Far Realm, they can be found in the elemental plane of water, deep lakes in the Underdark, and the deepest depths of the oceans. What makes them even more frightening is that they add the knowledge of any being that they kill into their own knowledge and experience, potentially making some vastly more powerful than a normal Aboleth. They're also expert mind readers, luring their prey in closer by manipulating them with their own knowledge. If some are deemed worthy enough, they might become enslaved with the promise of great reward, or just through the sheer will of the Aboleth. Due to all of this, they are still enemies of the gods, despite the fact that some have long forgotten about them or simply underestimate them. Centuries go by and not a day passes that Aboleths haven't added another piece of the plan to take down the gods and reclaim their former glory, for an Aboleth cannot truly die. So, how would I use one of these creatures? They do have some very nice lair actions and regional effects that you can look over on page 14 of your monster's manual. Personally, I would make this monster a centerpiece to end a campaign once and for all, increasing the difficulty of the encounter to be on par with a level 13 to 16 party, tripling the hit points and adding some thralls, perhaps a mind flayer or two. Maybe a god that happens to be one of the player's deities summons them, and through the course of the campaign, it's all revealed that they're being prepped to face off against this being. It's obviously not a creature for a random encounter, though it could be, if the players crossed its territory and did battle. Thinking they vanquished their prey, the party moves on for months or years. This means nothing to an Aboleth, who perhaps puts the eon-long plot to overthrow a specific god on hold. After all, what are a few years when you are truly eternal? This might be a good point to introduce mind flayers into the campaign, as the Aboleth might have them in their service. What are ways you've encountered these beings before, and what are some thoughts that you might have on them? That's all for me. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with any of your D&D enthusiastic friends. Until next time, take care everyone.